Hello, greetings and salutations, folks. So I was driving a car the other day, and I got to thinking about it. And I know what you're thinking. What is this it that you speak of, that you're referring to? Well, what are you thinking about it? Well, uh, it's kind of like whatever it is. It's kind of like everything and nothing. I mean, what doesn't relate to pertaining to in any one particular topic. It's just forget that for now because I mean, you boil it down to. I mean, I personally don't boil my cabbage twice, nor do I chew my cabbage twice. I'm not that kind of fella. But hey, you know what? That's beside the point here. We're not talking about cabbage, or we're talking about cars. Well, I mean, I am. I'm talking about a car. I don't know what you're talking about. Hopefully, you're not talking at all. Hopefully, you're drifting off into sleepiness right about now. In fact, the bus that you're on will indeed, it has been confirmed that it will shortly be arriving at its next destination at the station located in the heart of Sleepyville, Sleeperton, Sleepsburg, Sleepstown. Did I already say that one? No. Villeburg, Ton, Town, uh, just whatever it's called now, whatever you kids are calling it nowadays. But in any case, you'll be there soon. So, and much like buses are used for transportation, cars are also used for transportation, and my car is no exception. I mean, it technically, all right. You want to get technical about it. It's how many. Hmm. Do we want to get technical about it? Is that okay? You know what? Let's get back to the sandwich. All right. So cars. Mm. Anyway, so what did I get to thinking about? Well, I got to thinking about, as I was driving my car, I was thinking like, how is this possible? What scientific breakthroughs have we as a species, as a society, been able to somehow concoct so as, for someone like me to be able to, or someone who is me, in fact, be able to, you know, like the all of the science that goes into vehicle production, and furthermore, the driving of a car, the act of motion within that vehicle is it's really incredible. It's phenomenal, and I'm blown away. I'm in awe, honestly, just with all of this, with every facets. And I'm not even a big Cars person either. I'm not talking about the Pixar movie here. That's its own entity. That's a whole other can of worms. But I'm not even like a Cars kind of person. Like, oh, I show me a picture of a car and blur out the writing, and I'll tell you what make and model it is. I don't know that kind of stuff, and I don't really care that much either. I'm not too much into cars myself, but I am into science. Not to like an unhealthy extent, but enough. I'm more than the average person, I would say. And so I like to look at the science of what goes into things that we take for granted, just everyday things like cars. Just recently, I got a detailed look under the hood of a car, and I was just baffled. I didn't know what any of the stuff was that I was looking at. Um, but I mean, it just there's a lot that goes into a lot of thoughts that goes into that goes into vehicle production, like I said. But not only that, but like this is probably our most scientific episode yet, I would say. Very. I mean, maybe at some point we'll make an episode dedicated solely to science. I got to thinking about science. The other I so I was I was doing a science experiment the other day, and I got to thinking, what is science? Well, maybe that'll be the cold open, so to speak, the warm open, like a warm invitation. The warm, you know what, just the right temperature open. It'll just be the open to the next thing. But anyway, in any case, as I was saying, what was I talking about? It's that blasted train of thought. Um, all right. So, can you conduct a vehicle? That's all right. You know what? Let's not go down that route, that avenue. Um, let's go down the boulevard though, and let's travel by car. In fact, in order to we gotta first understand. Actually, I don't know what I'm going for here. This is just really scatterbrained. Well, welcome to the show. If you're new, if you're not new, if you've listened to this before, then you know what's going on here. You know exactly what to expect. You're like, yeah, this is classic. Ooh, hardy har har. This is a real gem of an episode here. But for those of you who are new and have no idea what's going on and just clicked on this video for, either because it was in your recommended section or it had an odd title or you were looking for something else and you found this instead, or it was in an autoplay, or you fell asleep to something else and you woke up several hours later and this was on somehow, or whatever, whatever, or you were recommended it to a friend or something, or it's mysteriously sent a link to it by someone who's totally not me, or one of my goons. But in any case, if you're a first time listener, you have no idea what's going on here, and see, I just want to extend it's kind of scatterbrained on here because it can be, because sleep and dreams and all of that are very scatterbrained, and that's what we're trying to simulate here. We're trying to simulate dreaming for you, and the kind of electrical impulses neurologically, or whatever. I don't vinegar eels, or I don't know, but we're trying to simulate something to do with dreaming, something neurological, something fancy and sophisticated to really get you in the mood, to really make your brain jealous that it's not asleep, and be like, you know what, that's it. All this peer pressure around me of like, this sleep thing, this dreaming, all this, it seems pretty cool. I think I want in on all that, and so eventually you do, and your brain kind of gives in, and you go into that glorious REM state. So that's the goal here. Because if I was talking about the same thing for the entire hour of this program, it would be, I don't know, it just wouldn't be as, that's just kind of, it's just the style. I mean, it probably could work in another life, in an alternate reality. That's probably is a very successful series of mine, potentially outdoing this one. But you know what? This isn't an alternate reality. This is this reality. And in this reality, this is what you have. And in this reality, this is the way it's done. This is the way it's always been done. This is the way our ancestors, fell asleep. I'm sure, some of them from many generations ago, during our last technological phase, before the unspeakable events happened that caused us to be plunged back into our caveman days. But the point is, in the post-apocalyptic world, this is the solution to insomnia. Hello, greetings and salutations to insomniacs, I suppose. I don't know. Whatever. That might be another episode. I don't know. But in any case, so cars, science and cars. If you like them each individually, you're gonna love them together, because if you love science, you gotta love cars. There's a lot of science in cars. If you love cars, you gotta love science. There's a lot of science in cars. You see what I did there? I really, that was a genius move on my part. I know, and I'm really patting myself on the back here. Really, blowing my own horn, tooting my own whistle. Wait, what? Tooting my own horn. I don't know, something. I'm doing something. Doing something with a musical instrument. Um, to really give myself a round of applause here. Because you can't, well, I don't want you to, because you're supposed to be going to sleep. And also, depending on if there's other people around, if you just start bursting out into applause, I think that's, you may be thought of as perhaps a little, little tad off center from that rocking chair there, Um, but in any case, um, whether it's a straw basket case or a white and red checkerboard picnic blanket case, or I mean, honestly, the picture for each of those is pretty much the same, or a gift basket. I picture all of these as straw for whatever reason. When I think of basket, I just think of a straw basket. Well, we're not even talking about that. I said case. So for some people, when they think case, some people think like a court case, maybe. Some people think like a phone case, maybe. Some people think like a just in case kind of thing. But you know, I think of a straw basket. I don't know why. Yeah, that's just the way it is. And it's weird because it's not even like a case, really. It's just like, yeah, well, I don't know. Um, but yeah, in any case, be it a phone case, a court case, a basket, a straw basket, etc. That was then, this is now. Honestly, it's like all all seven of your eyes and all five of your ears can get in on this one. Oh crap! This is for humans, isn't it? Oh, uh, all. Let me just look this up on Google real quick. Two. Okay, sorry. All two of okay, both, right? That'd be both, booth. No, not booth. Both. But, bot, botha, bot, both. Is it both? Both of your eyes and ears. That just doesn't sound right. Whatever. In any case, so all of them, all four of them are going to be getting in on this one. They'll be all like, yeah, your eyes will be, like, they're going to be all like, hey, ooh, what's this? I'm really loving what I'm seeing here. That black screen, oh boy, oh my, you gotta love that black screen, right? Like, this is so visually appealing, so visually stimulating. This is just very relaxing. Hey, you know what? I think I want to see that with closed. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it on up now, and then I'll get to see that all the time. And then it won't matter what's going on around me because I'll get this glorious black screen. I love this black screen so much. I love looking at this black screen so much. That's all I want to look at. Well, this permanent blankness. That I just want to have that image like half the time. Well, a third of the time. I don't know, a quarter or whatever. Just as long as they're asleep. And yeah, I want to be able to just do that thing for a while. So yeah, and then your ears, meanwhile, are like, whoa, what is this? This is just a flood of information here to take in. I don't know what this guy's talking about. He's just saying a bunch of weird, random stuff. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just not gonna pay attention to this anymore. I'm just gonna tune out and shut down and just say, you know what? It's not even worth trying to decipher what he's saying now. It's not anything important. It's not anything that's. It's hardly educational. It's not going to be something that's going to be, life changing or anything like that. It's certainly not more important than sleep. So I'd rather go to sleep now. So, yeah. As I'm an ear, and not an ear of corn. I'm a human ear. I'm not an ear of human corn. And yeah, this signing off, whatever. But it really does. We go with the yawns already. But yeah, it's me again. That's I feel something like what's going on right now, at least. Maybe I don't know what were we talking about again? And some about vinegar eels. I don't know. Get situated here. Once again, I didn't even pause this a single time yet. For this whole episode, I'm just trying to get resituated because I can't stay in the same position for too long. But anyway, so yeah, so I was driving a car the other day, and I got to thinking. Oh, did we already do that part? Okay, well, I've run out of material here from the script I was supposed to read. Oh, yeah, also, give it up for our sponsor. What? Oh, I've just been informed we do not have a sponsor yet, but, if anybody, who has any affiliation with a company, a product, a service, whatever, go ahead and just shout it out, honestly. You could email me if you want, or you could just, leave a comment or something, of what you want me to say, and I'll do it for free. You don't even have to pay me to promote you. I'll just incorporate it into the show. Because, I don't know, I'll do it for free, so go ahead, let me know. Or even if you don't have any affiliation with it, if you want to hear it get shouted out anyway, then you go ahead and you shout it out. So yeah, for future episodes, this would be the segment where I give a quick shout out to our sponsor, (S). So, well, not even sponsor. The sponsors, they're doing something for us. It doesn't even have to be. It'd just be the designated shout out segments at a random point during the episode. Such as this one. I mean, every point's kind of random. You think of points. Points could be a lot of things. It could be like a sharp head or something, like a pencil point, or it could be points on a graph, geometrically speaking, or points as in for a game. Like a good thing, rack up those points, or a bad thing, points on a driver's license, or points in Uno. Those are always bad. That's a game, but points. What else? Points as in credits. Well, I guess it's kind of the same thing as points in a game, but is it though? I don't know. Well, whatever. In any case, I already said that. I just gotta keep on talking, right? Just keep that mouth moving, keep those vocal cords vibrating. Just keep it going. Just keep saying something. At some point, you just gotta keep on talking. Blah de blah 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 blah. Just keep it on going there. What else? What is it time to talk about now? I'm gonna. So, this is the part of the show that, it's like, this. Honestly, you can imagine whatever you want in here, and by the laws of imagination, you just might get whatever it is that you're thinking about, whatever it is that you fantasize about with this, I was going to say podcast, but, whatever this is, like, whatever you wish the ideal version of this program, in a sense, it's like asking you to name something that doesn't exist. Well, by doing that, even if it didn't prior, it does now, because you just said it or you just thought of it. And thoughts are things too, right? Thoughts are things that exist. So, anything that you can think about, it exists. And if it didn't, then it does now, because you just thought about it. So, technically, there exists an ideal, in your mind, an ideal version of this show, where there's, well, you tell me about this ideal version, because only you know about it. So, I think that's kind of a cool thing to think about, it's, it really is. It's really something, I'll tell you what. I mean, it is what it is, and that's been one of the more frustrating sayings that I've heard over the years. Is like, yeah, it is what it is. What do you talk? What is, like? What's your point there? What do you mean? You care to further elaborate here? You care to advance the discussion anymore? Like, it is what it is. Wow, that's real profound right there. It's somebody put that on a T-shirt. That's a real. Okay, that's a quote I want remembered from me after I die. Like, what are we even talking about? But one that I really am confused by is, you can't have your cake and eat it too. I just find that hilarious. Like, what other purpose does cake have besides eating it? Like, seriously, can you think of anyone that gets a cake with the intention of doing anything with it other than eating it, or additionally than eating it, or whatever? Like, really, isn't it just kind of, doesn't cake serve that singular purpose as food? I mean, when you think of food, you think like necessary things, but like, to be eaten, that is its life goal, that is its mission, So, like, you can't have, so what is having cake then? Like, possessing it? Like, having it in your household, basically? Like, is that having cake? Like, oh yeah, I have some cake. Why don't we come back to my place? I have cake there. Oh, alright. Whoa, we're not gonna eat it. What do you think I mean? You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's just weird. Like, I don't get it. No, really, I'm baffled by that. Alright, let's, on the topic of things I'm baffled by, the song Rocket Man by Elton John. What is that? So, I was analyzing the lyrics. Actually, maybe that could be its own episode. I don't know. Um, yeah, I think I should make that. I have enough material, I think, to at least to make that the opening bit for an episode. Rocket Man, Elton John. I mean, I'll just name drop it here. I kind of already did, but you know, I'll say it again. Rocket Man by Elton John. What a song. Really, it's a real mystery there. But anyway, in any case, good. Guards seize them. Imposters. Oh no. All of that goofy shenanigans, that zany, wacky rigmarole. Autobots rigmarole outs, whatever. I don't know. But what do you think? What do you think of there being 256 colors in the visible light spectrum for humans? Hey, that's a fun fact about humans that I know. I see. Aren't you proud of me? So, yeah, I know how many colors there are in the invisible spectrum, but I don't know eyes or ears. Ugh. Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, it's like 256. That's a number that is like, what is that, 16 squared, I think? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's 16 squared. And, 16 is 4 squared, and 4 is 2 squared. So, honestly, 256 is like 2 to the... It's like 2 to a power. The power is so great that it's like it's above the king. It's above the emperor. It's above like this power. It comes from a place. It comes from in a place of authority, a place of wisdom, knowledge, and experience. Right? It's like every time you walk out a door, where are you going? It's like sometimes you don't even remember. Just like me forgetting what I was talking about, you're not remembering, what the sentence that I just started, or the last few words that I just said, or last few words that were just said by me. It's like I don't always fully comprehend these things. I'm not always able to grasp all of that, because I mean, let's face it, that's a lot of grasping to do. And grasping, well, that's not really quite been my specialty. It's like I haven't been selectively trained in the arts of grasping yet. Well, that's another thing. The art of, I mean, there's art in everything, isn't there? This whole existence that we are a part of, it's like a big art project, essentially. Right? I mean, it's like art all around us, I mean, if you're gonna find it. Oh, we're not even halfway over. Jeez. But not sure I'll make it another 30 minutes. It's rough. I'm sorry, no offense to you viewers, and I'm just saying, like, it's a long time to keep this going. As you can see, I have a very high energy level. I'm just being real enthusiastic about the whole thing. Just really making myself shine here as a ideal employee.
It's company. And yeah, there we go. There's halfway. In any, let me think here. So where is the most interesting place that you've traveled? Well, me, let's see. Well, then I guess this is an appropriate topic because it's about cars, and so cars are synonymous with traveling. They're a method of traveling, and so can't have one without yeah. Well, you can. You can have. Actually, you can have either of them independently. You can have cars without traveling, and you can have traveling without cars, but whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna end this here. I got nothing else to say. I'm getting tired.